we see a lady sitting and we see that she is blindfolded. She's wearing a long robe. Her arms are crossed above her chest. She's carrying a sword in each hand. In the Two of Swords, both the choices are being rejected. An unwillingness to see things. You are suppressing your emotions. So the lesson to be learnt here is to stay open and to uncross the heart. Aum Friends, I welcome you to our channel Zazen Tarot Space. Until now, we have seen in the Minor Arcana series that the Aces present us with a new energy of their own suit. So we have a new beginning regarding that energy. From that single energy, now the energy has doubled. So where there was one offer or one option, now we have two offers or two options. And automatically when we have two options, decisions are involved. We need to choose between the options. Twos are about decisions, they are about options. So how do the twos differ from each other? They differ in two respects. They differ in the how the decision will be taken, and they also differ in what the decision will be. In today's video, where we will understand what the Two of Swords is all about and how decisions are taken when the Two of Swords comes up in a reading, let us first look at the card itself. We see a huge water body in the background, friends. We also see a crescent moon in the sky. We see a lady sitting and we see that she is blindfolded. She's wearing a long robe. Her arms are crossed above her chest and she's carrying a sword in each hand. We can interpret it as either her arms being crossed above her chest, or we can also read it as the two swords being crossed. So friends, where in the Two of Wands a good decision had been taken, and in the Two of Cups the two choices had been merged to form a new option, there in the Two of Swords, both the choices are being rejected. We see that in a lot of ways. The lady is blindfolded. She has kept both these swords apart. It is almost as though when you put two opposing ideas away, not wanting to take a decision, and putting the decision at rest temporarily. In the Two of Swords, neither of the options is chosen. So we could either liken it to indecision or not taking a decision, choosing neither. Friends, apart from decisions, the Two of Swords has a lot of meanings. The lady is blindfolded and she has crossed her hands above her chest, or you could say above her heart. The blindfold somewhere or the other shows an unwillingness to see things. It's almost where you don't want to see what is happening. And the blindfold above the heart shows an unfeelingness with respect to emotions. It's like when you deny your feelings. Either you have made yourself cold-hearted, being unfeeling, or else you are suppressing your emotions, probably because the emotions are gonna cause you to act in a certain way that you don't want to act. It could be that you are thinking in one way and you are feeling in another way. But in any of these situations, the emotions are being suppressed and the thoughts are being victorious. How do we know that? Because the hands, the arms, the sword are crossed above the chest, above the heart. And also because this is a sword card. And we have already discussed, sword is about thoughts and ideas. That is what the suit stands for. Whenever this card comes up, usually the querent needs to be warned against these things. Either the querent or someone represented by this card in querent's life is either being unloving, not wanting to see reality, So the lesson to be learnt here is to stay open and to uncross the heart, not be cold, allow the feelings to be felt. See friends, it's almost as though whenever we have two swords, you're fighting a duel. Two swords will always clash. A duel is usually fought using two swords, so the lady has almost as though she's holding the two swords in a manner such that they cannot fight with each other. But the fight is there, the two swords are there, the emotion of being at ends is there. So whatever peace which has been achieved is temporary. It is also stagnating. This is a card of stagnation and stalemate. So the peace which has been achieved is temporary and it is artificial and it is not real, because peace has not actually been achieved between either the two ideas or the two people. Friends, when two people quarrel, peace can be achieved when they are able to see each other's point of view, or else they are able to work things out or forgive each other. This is not that kind of a card. This is a card where two people who were fighting with each other have been forced to sit in two different opposite corners of the room, and that is why it is a forced peace. It is not a natural state, and the moment they are allowed to, they will get back to their quarrel. So in that sense, this is a negative card, and things are best worked out if that is possible, rather than this artificial peace. Let us take a quick overview of all the other things which the Two of Swords represents. We have already discussed blocking of emotions, denying true feelings. It could mean keeping someone away, acting cold towards someone, or sometimes we want to be heard. Let's say we want to be heard by a family member, but the person is turning a deaf ear. You could expect a Two of Swords coming up in such a situation. You're maintaining your cool, you're being cold, you're maintaining your distance, and you're not responding the way you are expected to respond. It could also be a card of being defensive. Someone confronts you and you're being defensive, that kind of a card. You're obviously avoiding the truth with this card. When this card comes up, it is about avoiding the truth. It is about a stalemate, as we have already discussed, and of course refusing to decide. You do not want to make up your mind. You don't want to decide because you do not want to choose even one of the presented options, not because you cannot decide. So this is an important point, friends, which it would be good if you remember and keep in mind when we are watching the next video on the Two of Pentacles, because Two of Swords is about not wanting to decide because you do not like either of the options. When we discuss this with Two of Pentacles, we will discuss this further at that point of time. This card is also about putting up barriers between ourselves and our loved ones, or maybe just between whatever we are feeling. We have barricaded it because we do not want to allow ourselves to feel it. It's about having a closed and a cold heart, cutting ourselves off emotionally. However, every situation represented by the Two of Swords is a temporary. It is like a temporary situation. It is like a band-aid on the wound. It is not a permanent solution. For how long can you not see? For how long can you not feel? For how long can you avoid seeing the truth? For how long can you run away from reality, run away from the situation, not take a decision, not look at the options, create forced peace, not resolve the issues at hand? So in each and every situation, the Two of Swords is a temporary solution. It is like a band-aid on the situation without actually solving anything. So friends, now we will move on to our next two, our last two in fact, that is the Two of Pentacles. And we will see how decisions are being taken and what decisions are being taken in the Two of Pentacles. Let us move on to our next card, our next video, friends. But before that, if you like the video, then you can give your feedback in the comments section. If you have any questions, please feel free to post those questions. We will try to answer all your questions. And if there is something that you would like to understand better, or if there is something you want us to make a video about, any particular topic in tarot that you would want us to cover in our videos, please post that in the comments section below.